to yet another reaction video. Daniel Johnson from Venza here from our Dutch office, running the show from the Atlanta office, as always, Sean Shields. Hi, Sean. He gives us a salute. Very nice. Well, we've got a couple friends here to give their raw reaction. They don't know what the article is going to be, although we were having a little conversation. For those of you who know the backstory on these reaction videos, a lot of times we do 2 in a row, and these guys, this is kind of almost part 2, because this subject very much dovetails right from the previous reaction video. So before we get to the article, I want to introduce our panel of experts reaction guys. Why don't we start with you, Arthur?
Hi, Arthur Leliveld. Thank you for having me back on the show again. Business Development Director and co-owner of Index Hospitality Systems. We supply technology to food and beverage outlets throughout hotels, all the way from Hong Kong to New York. And we also do that for standalone restaurants. Happy to be back. Thank you.
Always good to see you, my friend. And Sam, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself.
Sam Archeampong from Sertifi, based here in London, Director of International Sales. We at Sertifi provide businesses with an agreements platform, e-signatures, e-payments, and allow them to do frictionless business. Good to be back, and thank you very much for having me back. It's been too long. I've missed you.
Yeah, we've missed you too, buddy. So love having you guys on, and you guys know the routine. We're going to throw this article, and I've really got them probably worked up because, kind of said that it has something to do with the last one we talked about. So mind reels, but Sean will share the article, and we'll summarize it and get your raw reaction. So this is this article is about the All Safe program that Accor, clearly Europe's #1 largest chain, is launching. It's an All Safe label. Particularly, what I wanted to point out to them is that second paragraph. It is joining. So Accor is joining forces with a globally established insurance and assistance group to provide medical assistance to its clients. So this is an insurance policy, kind of like in Venza's world, we talk about cyber insurance, right, and data protection insurance, but it's an insurance policy that would be extended to guests as a way of, I'm imagining it's a way of communicating yet another layer of assurance that we have done the top standards, whatever is necessary, followed the protocols. Staff has been trained. The property is got an A1 rating, and because of that, there is an insurance that is attached that you can enjoy as a guest. So this is an interesting way that a brand like Accor can flex its muscle. My question to you guys: will health insurance be somewhat tied to a hotel stay, and will that become the standard? Thoughts? Why don't we start with you, Sam? Put you in the hot seat.
Yeah, you've definitely put me in the hot seat. I was hoping you'd start with Arthur, so that.
Sorry.
To answer your question, I guess that's going to become inevitable because we see it all the time. I have travel insurance, and they tell me you can't travel to certain places based on advice from the Foreign and Commonwealth Office, or because it's a war zone, and so on and so forth, or they restrict you for whatever reason. And so if
you go without that, if you go somewhere that's not allowed, then your travel insurance doesn't apply.
It doesn't apply. Yeah, exactly. It's null and void. Okay. So I guess now, if they're gonna come out with such programs. And, a lot of the big brands have also, affiliations with various cleaning products and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Some kind of standard will happen, and then the insurance companies will start saying, we're only going to cover you if you stay in a property that has X level of accreditation.
Yeah.
But the accreditation would need to be something that's synergized, I guess, across regions or indeed globally.
What's interesting about this, though, I mean, so if I have my travel insurance, okay, so I go out, get my travel insurance, and they say, okay, you can go to these places. But what I'm understanding here is they will allow clients, if I decide to stay at an Accor property, I will be able to benefit from some telemedicine assistance. And it has so I can choose property A, or I can choose an Accor property. And well, wait a second. If I go with the Accor property, I get this other layer of insurance.
Value add.
Arthur.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of says reinsurance, right? So I'm not reading it as that I'm going to get insurance. So if it's to make people feel safe and have an extra feature where you can now be in a hotel and have free access to telemedicine and assistance, that will be a bonus program. So if I have to choose between two properties and I'm insecure about traveling and COVID and everything else, and this might help me book an Accor because once I'm there I have access to these resources. So I'm not particularly reading that you're going to be insured, right? It's client reinsurance.
This is what I need to have some clarity on, what's out there, because I looked at this article because I was thinking, are they meaning like reassurance? But
insurance. Are we on top of whatever your own travel arrangement? Or if you're not insured, if I go to Paris and my insurance wouldn't cover it, am I now by default covered by Accor for anything that happens to me whilst I'm there? And is it just COVID-related things? If I, hit my head against the minibar because I can't reach that little bottle, what happens then?
Yeah, I mean, so I welcome so it's a little bit more explored on the Accor website. I guess we could. I wanted to find an article, and but maybe after, or we can put this in the link for the reaction video. But it is the standards are developed through Bureau Veritas, as you guys, I'm sure you guys are familiar with that label, and it seems as though there is an insurance capability to assure people that if I have an issue, I have access to this medical channel at no cost.
It's a good move.
Yeah. So, do you guys think that'll become? That'll be the standard? Will hotels have to offer this? Will they be audited on their hygiene in a different way than they've already been being audited?
Yeah, so that's certainly going to be the case, right? Because just you and I, we obviously travel a bit, or we used to travel a bit before this, and now I'm thinking, okay, when I go to a property, what do I now need to think about? And do I choose a property based on what criteria do I choose a property based on? And yeah, cleanliness is certainly gonna be one of those topics, especially for a hotel.
Yeah.
There's no getting away from that now. Yeah. There certainly isn't.
Arthur, any last thoughts as we wrap up?
No, I'm agreeing with Sam here. For at least the next year and a half, this is something that is a must-have. Get business going again. Once there is a cure or a whatever they're going to call it,
vaccine or whatever. Yeah.
This is what we do, and by all means, yes, there are going to be different standards in cleaning and all those standards. So yeah, this is the new normal. Makes sense.
Yeah. Well, it's fascinating, and and at the beginning of the call, I was saying how you're talking about, because our previous meeting we were talking about boutiques and will they succumb to the power of the big brands, and then you've got this is I think a very smart way for Accor to flex its muscle.
And fast. July, right?
July 20, yeah.
Yeah. Roll it out super fast. Yeah. Well, thank you guys for being here. Love chatting with you. Sean, before we part, any words of wisdom?
Well, I don't know about how much wisdom is going to come from these words, but I see that the hotels may have to set themselves up with a SWAT team of cleaners that could come out at a moment's notice to hit a room where somebody has been immediately escorted, because they have COVID. I can also see, that kind of thing as a repairer of reputation, because if that is reported to the outside area, now all of a sudden people are going to see, oh, there was one reported at an Accor property. Well, wait a minute, I know Accor, or said property, has these things in place, so I feel good. I'll go ahead and make my reservation anyway. What's one report of one person? And I know they clean their room immediately.
Because they've got these hygiene ninjas, you say?
Exactly. Hygiene Ninja, copyrighted by Sean Shields Industries, LLC.
HygieneNinja.com.
You've just created a whole new category in a hotel. Well done, Stan.
I'm thinking 5-man teams, all dressed similarly in gray hazmat suit with some sort of hose Lysol device.
The CHN, the Chief Hygiene Ninja, or what is it? The ninja. What is it? Sensei? Not sensei. Is it sensei or that martial art?
Shogun? Senpai?
The Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No, no. I'm just saying for the martial art. At
the guru.
Martial arts dude. Who's the guru? What
the
guru?
sensei, the black belt.
Sensei,
Sensei. Yeah.
There you go. That was crazy, guys. Always a pleasure chatting with you. Love seeing you. I'm glad you're doing well, and staying safe. And everybody out there, thank you for watching another Venza reaction video.
Thank you so much. Take care. Thanks for having us back.
Stay safe.
See you soon.
See you guys. Thank you.